Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to study about the subject Internet Programming, Chapter 2 Client-Side Programming, and the topics W3C validators and cross-browser compatibility issues. This is the outline of the video. First, we will see what is W3C validation, then why this validation is needed, how to validate a particular code, then what is cross-browser compatibility, what are the issues in cross-browser compatibility, and how we can avoid it. So let's start with the first topic, that is, what is W3C validation? Now, W3C validation stands for World Wide Web Consortium Validation, which allows internet users to check the HTML and XHTML documents for well-formatted markup. As we know that most of the web pages are designed using HTML language, so this is important. Now, this markup validation is an important step towards ensuring the technical quality of the web pages. Now, why this validation is necessary for a particular website? Now, W3C validation is the process of checking a website's code to determine if it follows the formatting standards. That means this is a standardized procedure to validate a particular website. So if you fail to validate the pages of your website, which is based on W3C standards, your website will most likely suffer from errors or poor traffic, which may lead to poor formatting and readability. Now let's see why this W3C validation is needed or how this validation can help making your website good. So the first is help improve rankings in search engines. So your website or your web page can have a good ranking if it is W3C validated. It helps you to get better rankings in search engines. The errors in your code can affect your site's performance and also make a big impact on your site's search engine optimization. So this is needed. Second is validation helps teach best practices. If we are using the standardization process for designing a particular web page, it teaches and encourages best practices for web design. Third, improved website user experience. W3C validated websites will be easily accessed by the people with modern browsers. Nowadays, we are using so many different browsers. So if we are using modern browsers, it should be compatible and it should be validated. So if your website will be validated by W3C, obviously that will be accessed by people with modern browsers. Validation improves usability and functionality because your users are less likely to run into errors when displayed on browsers compared to non-validated websites. Next is make website browsers friendly. So websites that are not validated may display correctly in one browser but not in other browsers. So W3C validated websites are displayed without errors regardless of what browser is used. There are 5 major web browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari, Microsoft Edge, and so on. And the usage among each of them translates to millions of internet users. So this is very important. Next is multiple device accessibility. W3C validation also provides multiple device accessibility. With the recent boom in smartphones and tablets, more people will be accessing the internet from mobile devices than desktop computers. If you want your website to be visited by as many users as possible, then accessibility should be a big factor. W3C validation makes sure their websites and web pages are mobile friendly too. Next is validation also helps for easy coding and maintenance. So websites or web pages that validate using W3C website validation have code formatted efficiently and they are easily editable and helps the website owners to create a new page or another new website with similar formatting. So reusability is also considered here. Now, how do you validate your code? Validation is comparing your code to W3C standards. So the best way to validate your code is using the W3C validation tools. So there are many W3C validation tools available, but we will see only two, that is HTML validator and CSS validator. So HTML validator checks the markup validity of web documents in HTML, XHTML, SMIL, MathML, etc. And CSS validator checks the CSS validity of web documents in HTML, XHTML, etc. So this is how we can do the validation of a particular code. Now the next topic is cross-browser compatibility. So what do we actually mean by this term cross-browser compatibility? So making your website behave consistently across different browsers is called cross-browser compatibility. Whether it is look and feel or its behavior, a site can be created to function similarly across different browsers with cross-browser compatibility, and this is a very important step in the web design process. So we can understand this cross-browser compatibility issue or cross-browser compatibility by seeing an example. So if you have a form on your website that is crucial to the lead generation efforts, so when you tested that site before launching it, the form worked perfectly on your browser. Let's say 20% of the visitors to your website use browsers on which the form does not work. It either looks misaligned and bad, or clicking the submit button does not result in an actual submission of the form, or there may be any different kind of error. So imagine the impression this 20% of the visitors will carry about your website and business. Also, you must consider the loss of potential leads from this 20% of the visitors. So this can happen if your browser or if the website is not cross-browser compatible. Let's see now what are cross-browser compatibility issues. So four major things that contribute to cross-browser compatibility issues are: first, while every browser implements W3C standards, they do not necessarily do it the same way. For instance, each browser treats HTML, CSS, JavaScripts, and other scripts differently. Besides the basic implementation, each browser handles enhancements or deviations from W3C standards in their own way. The operating system on which the browser runs handles graphics and visual elements in its own way, creating differences. So adding to all of that, the different screen resolutions, both desktop and mobile devices or any other device which you are using for accessing a browser, and you have a number of variables that can impact not just the look of your website on the browser, but also how it behaves. So these are the major cross-browser compatibility issues. Now, how can these be avoided? Or we can say, what are the ways to avoid the cross-browser compatibility issues? Depending on the complexity of your website, it can sometimes be almost impossible to achieve 100% compatibility, but a web designer or a web developer can make sure that the site looks and behaves consistently across browsers by following these steps. So these are some steps, but there can be many more. First is understand browser differences. So the first thing a web designer needs to know before designing a website is the differences between the browsers and how they handle the elements. So this awareness alone will go a long way in ensuring the design does not lead to cross-browser compatibility issues that cannot be corrected. Second, HTML editor selection. The HTML editor you choose while creating your website often adds lines of codes that can create cross-compatibility issues. So editors should be chosen wisely, whatever editor you are using. Third, style sheets. Using cascading style sheets, that is CSS, which we are going to study in later videos, allows you to manage the look and feel of the elements on your web pages. However, not all style sheets may be compatible with all versions of every browser. So web designers need to be aware of this and select styles that will have the least impact on the cross-browser compatibility. Now some more. Cleaning the code. A website with clean code and no avoidable elements that may be interpreted differently by different browsers will run smoothly across the browsers. So clean code is important. Now W3C compliance. Obviously, after the website is coded, the web designer needs to try and achieve W3C compliance. And this can be done by using this URL. Cross-browser testing. The last thing is to test your website in as many different browsers as possible before releasing it. So there are many free and paid cross-browser testing tools available to check all the versions of multiple browsers. So testing can be done. Now, understanding the audience. Understanding the audience means What is your intended audience? Mostly mobile device users, or do they use older browsers? So most of your website visitors will likely use multiple browsers and devices. Test difficult web browsers first. The most difficult web browsers like Internet Explorer or Firefox should be tested first, so that the cross-browser compatibility issues shown up quickly. If you test the easier ones, simpler web browsers first, then your errors may not show up until the end. So testing the difficult web browsers is necessary. So this is end of the video. Thank you.